They'll
Yeah.
start writing he is the DM of a district, and then he is doing some welfare activity in terms of repairing of road or fitment of street lights, or mm, finding the girls are not going to school, convincing parents to
Yeah.
send your. See, do you think that this is a job of a DM?
Mhm.
Absolutely not.
Yes, sir.
Correct or not? Or
Yeah.
they will write, okay, he has organized something in his college, and when I look
Mhm.
at his PIQ, say for example, he has organized a blood donation camp, and when
Mhm.
I look at his PIQ, I find that forget about organizing blood donation camp, he has never donated a blood in his college time. So
So,
that is a contradiction. बच्चे
yes,
यहाँ पे
sir.
जनरल स्टोरी क्या लिखेंगे, वही 3-4 ही थीम है बच्चों के पास कि उसने प्रिपरेशन किया है और अभी वो एसएसबी देने के लिए भोपाल जा रहा है दिल्ली से,
Okay.
या he is wants to become an IS officer and he has taken up a coaching in Drashti, paid online. Now parents have come to see him off at railway station.
Mhm.
Or after doing his BTech, he got a job in MNC at Bangalore, so he is again being seen off at railway station.
Right.
Now you tell me, it's an absolutely general story.
Mhm. Yes,
Three
sir.
pointer out of 10.
Absolutely, sir. Yes, sir.
Correct.
Ji.
95% candidates write this kind of story. You should not write general awareness or current affairs. You can write if you're not getting in. Say, for example, chair word.
Mhm.
Chair is used by students for study.
Mhm.
Chair denotes the position of authority in an office.
Okay, sir.
So the second one is the one what we want, and we'll give you 1 out of 1.
Hello friends, welcome back to Defense Roger, and I hope you're doing good. My name is Sheetal Yadav, and in today's video we have a very special guest. Today we have Captain Bhupendra Joshi with us, who is a retired officer from Indian Navy and served over 34 years in the service. During his tenure, he has served as psychologist in all the Naval Selection Board for past 17 years. Sir has a vast experience in helping out the candidate after his service and through his own firm that is named JCSP Parshala, which is situated in Bhopal with his expertise team. You can check the details in the description box. Coming back to video, we have talked about various factors of psychological tests, covering TAT, WAT, SD, and SD in detail, so that you can have a better understanding of regarding the test. And sir has talked through the examples, which will definitely help you to understand better. So without any further delay, let's go back to the video. Jain sir, welcome to the platform, and I'm really super excited for this video. Precisely, sir, your experience is so vast in Indian Navy. 34 and a half years of experience. Along with that, sir, 17 years of experience being a psychologist. And sir, I've seen the count of the candidates जो आपने assess किया है, चाहे वो stage 1 testing पे हो, 30,000 was the number which I've seen. And sir, stage 2 testing में approximately 10,000 candidates are there. So which determines to me is a lot of experience, and therefore this video becomes very much important. And I have heard about you, I've seen your videos. So I'm super excited, sir. Thank you so much for joining me, sir.
Thank you, Sheetal.
Sir, this interview is precisely important because it is related to psych test. Because sir, candidates को दूसरे parameters के around blame करने को चीजें हो जाती हैं, sir. Like about GTO, they blame that the group was not good. Being in interview, people generally say that the interviewing was so strict, interviewing officer बहुत strict थे. But sir, psych के area पे they can't complain and they can't really analyze कि कहाँ पे चीजें सही करी हैं या क्या चीजें गलत है. And now at times sir, इतने ज़्यादा candidates recommend हो जा रहे हैं, but still sir, merit becomes an issue. Therefore, sir, I really want to understand, sir, what is the difference between a good story and a good story with good marks? Because, sir, ultimately, meritin becomes a really big issue. जैसे NCC special entry में सिर्फ 4 सीट हैं and number of recommendation is huge. So, sir, कहीं ना कहीं marks काफी important हो जाता है, sir. So, how somebody can really analyze about the story that they are writing?
Sheetal, it is very difficult for a normal candidate who has never studied psychology to, for him or her, to see whether what he is writing or she is writing is correct or not correct.
Yes.
Basically, all assessors, whether a GTO or an interviewing officer or a psychologist, we are looking for those 15 OLQs, which everybody knows.
Absolutely.
So, whatever you write, the OLQs should emerge out of your story.
Okay.
Till the time OLQs does not emerge, the psychologist will never give you marks. Yes, if there is no negativity written in the story, the story is general story. Say, for example, a candidate writes that he was motivated, he wants to join defense services, he prepares hard for his written examination, clears it, reads newspaper every day, improves his general knowledge, runs 5 kilometers every day to build up stamina, um, then prepares for his interview in terms of general awareness and other things. Hmm, and finally clears SSB and joins NDA or IMA or anything. Now, see, there is no negativity per se in this story.
Yes, sir.
So, but only OLQ which has emerged out of this is, say, for example, yes, he is motivated and probably what he is doing to clear his written and SSB. So his probably logical reasoning and effective intelligence can be marked to some level. So for if out of 10 marks, if I have to give him, I'll give him 3 marks. Because nothing else has emerged out from that story.
Absolutely. Yes.
Correct. The story should be written in such a way that more number of OLQs. So for that, the candidate should know that definition of the particular OLQ. What is the definition and how it will come out.
Yes, sir.
Say, for example, the convocation ceremony picture.
Yes, sir.
A normal candidate will write, he was a very good student and he had not ventured out of beyond his studies during his college and finally scored 9 CGPA, got a good placement in TCS worth almost 1.5 lakh rupees a month, and he has been told to come and take his degree certificate and give a motivational lecture to the candidates. Absolutely. And he comes, calls his parents, takes away the certificate and tell them to not to indulge in extracurricular activities in college rather than study hard.
Yes.
The story ends there?
Absolutely. It is generally most of the candidates, sir. Yeah.
So general story, say probably for his 9 CGPA and good job, and since he has included that he is calling his parents also for that function, so he's probably social adaptability and some kind of sense of responsibility. Yes, he is giving respect to the parents. Probably instead of 3, probably he'll get 5 marks.
Yes, sir.
Out of 10.
Right.
But same story, if somebody has to write, if he writes, okay, he is a student of 7th semester and this is the 8th semester students are being given a farewell and it's their convocation ceremony has to be organized. Yes. And you being as a culture secretary, you have to organize it.
Yes, sir.
So you take over the responsibility and then you start preparing, okay, starting from venue, invitation, chief guest, parking arrangement, security arrangement, refreshment, printing of certificates, dress code for the ceremony,
yes, sir.
Separate enclosure for the students, separate enclosure for the parents, and so many things can be included. Now here what is happening is out of those 15 OLQs, he has taken initiative. He was confident of performing that function. That's why he has taken over that responsibility. His decision making is coming into play. His ability to influence his team, that the aim is to have a convocation ceremony going successfully. So he is convincing everybody that you have to do this, you have to do that. His effective intelligence, reasoning ability, his organizing ability, his determination, because despite obstacle, probably he's thinking beyond कि okay, light fail हो जाएगी तो emergency generator arrangement, कुछ और भी गड़बड़ होगी तो उसको कैसे ठीक करना है. Probably courage will not come into play because courage is very difficult for a psych to find out till the time candidate does not write कि he is afraid of height or he is afraid of going into the water. Till that time, I don't find, means we psychologists cannot find out courage per se. His mental stamina is coming into play. So out of 15 OLQs, there are 12 to 13 OLQs which have emerged by just simply organizing a function.
Absolutely, sir. Right.
So probably he'll get 8.5 to 9 marks out of 10.
Yes, sir.
And this if he continues in all 11 stories like this, wherein at least about 8 to 10 OLQs are coming out, and everywhere he is getting 8 to 9 marks or 9.5 marks out of 10. So
Mhm.
what is happening? He is getting marks much beyond the passing level,
Yeah, absolutely.
and definitely scoring the merit. He will be higher in the merit.
Absolutely, sir.
So writing of a story
Mhm.
which have OLQ emerging automatically, it becomes very easy for Psych that he should mark a particular candidate much beyond the passing marks, and
Absolutely.
which will benefit him in his merit.
सर जैसे आपने भी कॉन्ग्रीगेशन का बताया आई कुड क्लियरली एनालाइज बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द कैंडिडेट्स इस तरह की स्टोरी बनाते हैं देयरफॉर आई बिलीव गाइडेंस प्लेज अ वेरी वाइटल रोल बिकॉज सर इस
It
तरह
is
कैंडिडेट सोच ही नहीं पाते हैं कि हम इस तरह के आइडियाज को भी इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं इट्स नॉट दैट दे डोंट नो दे आर नॉट अवेयर बट इट्स जस्ट दैट दे कांट पुट ऑल दोस थॉट्स ऑन अ पेपर and therefore
correct.
I believe sir, you're doing a noble work and
Thank you.
since this is psychologist related video sir 12th जो स्टोरी है हमारी टीएटी की वो काफी इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है बिकॉज सर यहाँ पे तो अब पिक्चर ही नहीं दिखाया गया है एंड वी हैव टू राइट एट आवर ओन एंड आई बिलीव सर ये ऐसी स्टोरी हम पहले भी प्रिपेयर कर सकते हैं सिंस वी नो दैट 12th स्टोरी आने वाली है तो सर बट इस फोटो के एसोसिएट में बहुत सारे मिथ्स हैं समटाइम वी ट्राई टू मेक अ फैंसी स्टोरी बिकॉज यू हैव टू मैच द लेवल ऑफ स्टोरी विच वी हैव मेड priorly and I'm just quoting the statements which I get to hear from the candidates. So sir, what exactly is the significance of this 12th story and how somebody can best utilize it?
It is the importance of 12th is very high.
Okay.
The first thing, as soon as the psychologist gets the dossier,
Yes
the
sir.
first thing he does it, there is something called blind assessment.
Okay.
How does I do blind assessment? Blind assessment is first thing I look is his PIQ
Okay.
and his 12th story
Okay sir.
correlation.
All right.
Now, see, you made a statement that candidate says ki they have to make a fancy story or story matching with whatever he has written in 11.
Yeah.
Actually, 12th is a total self-imaginative picture.
Yes.
So it cannot match with 11. Definitely cannot match.
Mhm.
क्योंकि इसमें आपको खुद ही एक पिक्चर सोचनी है.
Mhm.
तो 11 तो मैंने दिखाई है, अपनी मर्जी से दिखाई है, तो वो
Mhm.
मैच तो कर ही नहीं सकती. नाउ
Right.
फैंसी वर्ड जो यूज किया है, फैंसी का मतलब आजकल के बच्चों का, कैंडिडेट्स का मतलब ये होता है कि दे वांट टू राइट अ स्टोरी विच इज वेरी हाई फाई, विच इज नॉट रिलेटेड टू देयर एज, देयर थिंकिंग कैपेबिलिटी.
All right.
They will
Yeah.
start writing he is the DM of a district, and then he is doing some welfare activity in terms of repairing of road or fitment of street lights, or mm, finding the girls are not going to school, convincing parents to
Yes.
send your. See, do you think that this is a job of a DM?
Mhm.
Absolutely not.
Yes sir.
Correct or not? Or
Right.
they will write, okay, he has organized something in his college. And when
Mhm.
I look at his PIQ, say for example, he has written he has organized a blood donation camp. And
Mhm.
when I look at his PIQ, I find that forget about organizing blood donation camp. He has never donated a blood in his college time. So
Okay.
that is a contradiction.
Yes sir.
So
Absolutely.
the 12th story has to be some good life experience of your own. It can be a normal family vacation, that will also do, but
Mhm.
it has to be something related to your age, your thinking capability,
Mhm.
or something good experience of your college, school, or whatever.
Okay.
That should be there in 12th story.
All right.
Not giving a lecture to a farmer ki, okay, I am an agriculture officer, how can you improve your yield? That is
Okay.
also a very common story.
Okay.
Unnecessarily, as an agriculture officer or a BDO or a block development officer,
Mhm.
you go to a farmer and then you tell him, he tells you, okay, I'm not getting good yield in my farm. Then
Mhm.
you advise him organic farming or step farming or falana dikana. Again, you are doing as per your PIQ, you are just 12th pass.
Yes,
If
sir.
you are an NDA or a TS candidate, or you're 23 years old,
Mhm.
either finished your BTech or BCom or BA in political science, how will you tell him about farming?
Absolutely, sir.
Correct. So this correlation, that is what I said, blind assessment. That is the first thing we check is your
Mhm.
PIQ and your tell story, whether it is related or not. And that gives us a fair idea
Mhm.
what you must have done in your balance 11 stories. Actually, yes.
Okay.
With my experience, I'm telling you, I could make out कि okay, इसने बाकी में क्या लिखा होगा मैं समझ जाऊंगा.
ठीक है.
समझ में आ जाता है.
ओके सर. आई डिडंट नो कि पीआईक्यू को इस तरह से कोरिलेट किया जाता है सर स्टोरीज.
Otherwise, unlike GTO and an interviewing officer, when in the assessors are talking to a candidate, here
Yes.
as a psychologist, I मतलब मेरे को तो चेहरा भी नहीं पता होता है कि whether he is good, bad or ugly.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Right, sir.
So for me, he is total like पंडित के पास अपन जन्म पत्री ले जाते हैं ना.
Absolutely, sir.
Same PIQ is जन्म पत्री for the candidate foreign psychologist.
Absolutely, sir. So अब जब एसएसपी होती है तो सर मेल एंड फीमेल कैंडिडेट्स की अलग अलग एसएसपी होती है एंड दे आर बीइंग रिक्रूटेड एज ऑफिसर्स. So sir, I just want to know that is there any difference in these pictures which is being shown to the candidates? Male
Yeah,
and female. Okay.
there is a difference. What happens is, for a male candidate, the picture will be generally male oriented
Okay.
because he has to correlate his hero
Mm-hmm.
of the same gender.
Yes, sir.
Probably might be like if there is a family scene where there can be a mother also, there can be a sister also, something.
Yes.
But generally, the prominent figure will be a male.
Okay.
Similarly, in case of girls, the prominent figure will be a female.
Okay, sir.
So, or combination. So,
Okay.
advice to candidates is if there is a male and a female figure shown in a picture,
Mm-hmm.
for a male candidate, it is imperative that he makes the male as a hero, and for female, a female should be a hero.
Okay. All right, sir.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
And there is one more misconception amongst the candidates.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, like I've just started one of my training academy here. So misconception, they come and tell me, this is a picture shown to us, the figures which are shown, they are of 45 years old or 40 years old. How do I correlate?
Yes, sir.
So you don't have to introduce a hero character
Okay.
till the time the picture has got characters.
Okay.
It doesn't make a difference. You become 45 years of
Mm-hmm.
age.
Yeah.
For a psychologist,
Mm-hmm.
who is hero? Hero is the candidate.
Absolutely,
And
sir.
picture में मैंने क्या दिखाया?
Mm-hmm.
40 साल का आदमी दिखाया. So you become 40 years old. Think
Mm-hmm.
as per that level. There you become DM. I don't mind because then 30, 40 years you can become a DM. Correct.
Yeah.
But not at 24
Mm-hmm.
or 26. Correct.
Yes. Yes,
So
sir.
then you have to think what this 40-year-old man or a woman think, how do they think, and how do they react to that particular situation.
Yes, sir. Okay. So you mentioned that you are running an academy. So
Correct.
candidates are watching and they are also an aspirant. Can you tell me more about it, sir? How somebody can really contact you? Because sir, since you have mentioned it, it has really grabbed my attention.
Okay. We have just started about 4 months back, and we are having a batch of only 10 candidates so that individual attention can be given to everybody.
Okay.
Every day there is a half psych test,
Okay.
of which feedback is given.
Mm-hmm.
The full 2 psych test with individual feedback. Full psych test means all 11 pictures, 60 WAT, 60 SRT.
Mm-hmm.
Half means 6 pictures, 20 WAT and 20 SRTs. That is every day.
Okay.
Group discussion, GD, GP, lecturate is every day.
Mm-hmm.
And we have full-fledged GTO ground, and that GTO ground, including in individual obstacles, we have got 3 PGTs, 6 command tasks, half HGT, we have got about 6, and we are in process of making GOR also. So
Okay.
because of monsoons, we are not able
Mhm.
to work, but very soon after monsoon, we'll have GOR also.
All right.
And it's a precisely 10 days course,
Mhm.
precisely 10 days course,
Okay.
and two in full interviews with two different officers.
Okay.
So unlike other coaching academies, we are slightly
Mhm.
giving more time, more
Mhm.
attention,
Yes, sir.
or I can say individual attention.
Mhm.
And boys, my recommendation rate, we till in last 4 months, we have trained almost about 94 candidates,
Okay.
and out of which our recommendation has been 28.
My God. All right, sir.
And yeah, and two NCC girls, they cleared. One is merit number in 21 in merit.
Mhm.
Probably
Yes, sir.
for girls in NCC it is very difficult,
Very difficult.
but other girl came for short service technical. She
Mhm.
is already in merit. She is sixth in merit.
Okay, sir.
And boys, they have just finished. Merit is awaited.
All
But
right.
out of means almost about 30% of result we
Mhm.
have given.
Absolutely, sir. It takes a lot of efforts, I would just say. Because, sir, experience, Huna, and then, after retirement also, you are taking up time and, helping the candidates because sir, there's so much data on the internet.
Yeah.
And most of the candidate face difficulties to which one to rely on. So I always try कि sir इस तरह के guest आए जिनके साथ sir उनके experience basis पे बातें हो, but sir, if somebody want to contact you, you are sir currently placed in Bhopal. So
Yeah,
anybody,
that's
I will put the details of GCSSP Pathshala in
yeah.
the description, so they will surely reach out to you, sir.
Thank
Coming
you.
back to the topic, sir, I have very interesting question, as I said, sir, and they might be minute question, but sir, if I think of candidate point of view, they really put a huge concern. सर जैसे AFSB की बात करूँ सर वहाँ पे SSPs होते हैं शाम के टाइम पे जिस दिन स्क्रीनिंग टेस्ट होता है उसी सेम डे पे शाम को साइक टेस्ट शुरू हो जाता है बट सर व्हेन इट कम्स टू आर्मी और नेवी द नेक्स्ट डे सेकंड डे साइकोलॉजिकल टेस्ट होता है सर अब सर SSP तो 5 दिन का ही प्रोसेस है तो सर इतना डिफरेंस क्यों कुछ स्पेसिफिक रीजन है सर एनालिसिस बेसिस पे या सर I'm just not aware. I want your point of view on this.
This is basically for the administrative reason. What happens is, in case of an army or a naval board, we
Mhm.
the retention for stage two is generally fluctuates between 25 to 35, or maximum it goes up to 40.
Okay.
So these 40 candidates are very well within the limit of the number of assessors present in the board
Yes.
for them to take the mm, test for these candidates.
Okay.
Uh, Say probably even if there are four GTOs, batch of 10, they can handle 40. Even if there are three interviewing officers, each one will take about 12 to 13 interviews and it will
Mhm.
finish off. But while in case of FSB,
Yes,
their
sir.
retention is always between 70 to 100.
Right. Absolutely, sir. Yes.
So when you have more strength,
Mhm.
the number of assessors are same
Mhm.
approximately.
Okay.
So especially for the GTO, it
Mhm.
is not possible for them to have a group of more than 10.
Okay.
So the day two and day three, they do GTO tasking for 40 candidates, and day four, 3 and 4 is for the next group. That
Yes.
is the only reason.
Mhm.
But actually, truly speaking, the psych test should be conducted in the morning only,
Mhm.
because the candidate would have taken a full rest.
Yes, sir.
He would have adjusted to the environment and
Mhm.
coming up fresh mind
Mhm.
next day.
Yes, sir.
But again, administrative problems are there, so
Mhm. Okay, sir.
can't help it.
बट सर जब सब बच्चों में ये चीजें चलती हैं तो दे पुट अ वेरी डिफरेंट एनालिसिस बट सर थैंक यू सो मच फॉर क्लैरिफाइंग इट बिकॉज सर अभी दे हियर एनीथिंग एंड दे एनालाइज एनीथिंग बिकॉज ऑफ सर्टेनली कि एयरफोर्स के अंदर स्टैंडर्ड्स डिफरेंस है या आर्मी नेवी के अंदर अलग चीजें होती है सो आई गेट टू
नहीं, नहीं,
हियर
नहीं.
लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स देयरफॉर आई हैव टू आस्क यू दिस क्वेश्चन सर
For all SSBs, whether
जी
it is Air Force, Army, Navy, even for Coast Guard, they have started. The
यस
basic parameter to assess a candidate, the basic remains is only those 15 OLQs, nothing.
ऑलराइट
We
सर
don't say that you are not wearing good shoes or you are not shaven or nothing. We don't. Basic criteria is 15 only.
Okay.
If you, and it's a projective technique, means you have to show that you possess these qualities,
Okay.
and whether it is in the ground or in front of entering officer, or in case of a psychologist in those 16 pages, if
Yes.
you can show that yes, you are showing the OLQs which are required, fair enough.
Okay, sir. So since we are talking about that, तो एक काफी important चीज हो जाती है सर 30 सेकंड में उस पिक्चर को ऑब्जर्व करना. So sir, how effectively somebody can observe the picture, analyzing the background, sir? I think that is one of the most neglected parts, sir. So I have a photo of railway. So sir, how somebody can properly utilize and those 30 seconds to observe a picture and then write a story?
See, first thing, as soon as the picture appears on the screen, first thing you have to observe is the background.
Okay.
Because background is the one which will decide your theme. And on decision of theme,
Yes.
the profession of hero will be decided.
Yes, sir.
Now, since the profession is decided, theme you have already decided, so it is easier for you, the candidate, to write a story, because now he has got, like say for example, he decides there is some construction scene, and he decides to make his hero as a civil engineer.
Okay.
Now, as a civil engineer, he has got all the knowledge to do whatever he wants to do.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? If he makes him as a computer engineer, and then if he is helping somebody in construction, so obviously बात नहीं बनी ना, correlation नहीं हुआ.
बिल्कुल sir.
So, like example, you said railway station. Now see, background is what? A platform,
Yes.
railway tracks, and there is a train approaching. Correct? There is no prominent figure in that. भीड़ है उसमें दिख रही है.
Yes, sir.
कोई prominent figure नहीं है. It means you will have to introduce a hero.
Yes, sir.
बच्चे यहाँ पे जनरल स्टोरी क्या लिखेंगे, वही 3-4 ही थीम है बच्चों के पास, कि उसने प्रिपरेशन किया है और अभी वो एसएसबी देने के लिए भोपाल जा रहा है दिल्ली से, या he wants to become an IS officer and he has taken up a coaching in Drashti, paid online. Now parents have come to see him off at railway station. Or after doing his BTech, he got a job in MNC at Bangalore, so he is again being seen off at railway station. Now you tell me, it's an absolutely general story. 3-pointer out of 10.
Absolutely, sir.
Correct.
Yes.
95% candidates write this kind of story. उनको बस ये, उन्होंने देख लिया, अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म दिखाए, बस खट से कुछ लिख दो, कि वो मेरा अचीवमेंट बतलाने की कोशिश करते हैं कि यस मैंने ये किया है और अभी मैं इसको, हम लोग हमारी साइकोलॉजिकल भाषा में कहते हैं passing reference to the stimulus which has been shown.
Okay.
What was the stimulus? A train and a platform. So that was the stimulus, and they've just written in one line that being seen of. Right? I'll give you 3 plots on this.
Okay.
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 It just came to mind. Say first plot. Say you are traveling from Delhi to Bhopal for your SSB. I'm not. I'm modifying that boy's story only.
Okay.
You are traveling from Bhopal to Delhi to Bhopal for your SSB. At Jhansi station, you got down for a cup of tea. After having your cup of tea, you are just waiting for the train to start. The guard has given a whistle, and the loco pilot has also blown up the siren. And suddenly you'll see that there is an old couple who wants to board the train.
Okay.
You take their luggage, push them into the compartment, and then finally take them to their assigned berth in S4 and take their blessings for SSB and clear SSB. मैंने कुछ ज्यादा तो नहीं किया.
Yes, sir. I could.
But ये 3 pointer से at least 7 pointer तो बन गई story.
Yes, sir.
Second plot. Say Sham, who had just taken over as a station superintendent or station master of Rampur railway station. and he was on his normal rounds,
Mhm.
where, and then he finds that there are some problems on the platform.
Okay.
If you see, actually, if you see on that picture, there is a overhead bridge and coming down onto
Mhm.
the platform.
Okay.
So the people who have got heavy luggage, it becomes difficult for them to drag their luggage. So
Mhm.
there is no ramp over there.
Mhm.
So there is only one water cooler. The shed is not from end to end.
Mhm.
The display system of arrival of train or the sound PA system is not working fine.
Okay.
There can be 7, 8 problems.
Mhm.
And you now profession station master.
Mhm.
You got all the authority to rectify all these defects.
Absolutely, sir. Okay.
So it has become 9-pointer story.
Mhm.
Correct or not?
Mhm.
So this is the way that as soon as the picture appears, they have to see what is the background,
Okay.
which is the prominent figure. And with this background, how can I give a profession to my hero? And
Mhm.
when the profession is given, according to that profession, what problems can I pose?
Mhm.
And those problems, being in a person of authority, how can I solve them?
Yes, sir.
And this is what we want. And
Mhm.
this is when you are creating problem, when you are solving all those problems,
Mhm.
out of 15, again, 10 to 12 OLQs will emerge.
Absolutely, sir. So I could clearly see the difference, the way a normal story is being made. बट सर जैसे जो दूसरी स्टोरी जो आपने बनाई आई कुड रियली रिलेट कि कितने सारी बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजों से कितने ज्यादा एफर्ट्स में फर्क दिख रहा है
Yeah.
सर अब हमने टीएटी पे काफी डिस्कशन किया है सर WAT इज आल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट यहाँ पे वर्ड एसोसिएशन टेस्ट एंड सर आई रियली वांट टू नो हाउ somebody can write good statements in the sense that they are relevant to them and बहुत सारी बातें और सुनने में आती हैं सर कि जो कैंडिडेट्स वर्ड्स लिखते हैं कई बार मिस हो जाते हैं तो अब यहाँ पे भी सर नंबर ऑफ वर्ड्स पे डिबेट चलता है देयर से रैंडम फैक्ट्स इतना लिखा 60 आउट ऑफ 60 में से सर नंबर आल्सो वेरीज दैट उन्होंने कितने अटेम्प्ट किया सर व्हाट इज द मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ WAT फॉर जस्ट पासिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर टेस्ट सर एंड हाउ समबडी कैन राइट इफेक्टिव WATs
Sheetal, there is no minimum number, firstly.
okay
Uh, it is the quality first,
okay
which
okay
matters. Quality of statements.
mm-hmm.
Uh, but
Mm-hmm.
minimum requirement is you should have attempted at least about 55, not more than 5 blanks.
Okay sir
Absolutely not more than 5 blanks or
mm-hmm.
incomplete also for that matter.
Okay
Incomplete is also falls into category of blank.
okay sir
Now I have send you a slide which has got 5 words,
5
correct?
words yes sir
Now, if you look at those words, these
mm-hmm.
are the only 5 variety of words which comes in WAT.
Okay sir
And basic mantra is practice
okay
in your own time.
mm-hmm.
What we want is observational sentences.
Mm-hmm.
There are something called as negative sentences,
Mm-hmm.
which I will go through very shortly. When you use should, could, must, always, never,
Mm-hmm.
I, we, they,
Mm-hmm.
he, Ram, Sita, when you use all these
Mm-hmm.
things in your sentences,
Mm-hmm.
they become negative.
Okay.
उसके अलावा general conception is कि you should not write general awareness or current affairs. You can write if you're not getting in. Say for example, chair
Mm-hmm.
word. Chair is used by students for study.
Mm-hmm.
Chair denotes the position of authority in an office.
Okay, sir.
So the second one is the one what we want and will give you 1 out of 1.
Absolutely.
For that chair is used by students, probably will fetch you 0.3 to 0.5 marks.
Mm-hmm.
But if you write chair is made up of wood,
Well,
probably it is not going towards negative, but it will not fetch you anything positive.
getting it, sir. Absolutely.
Correct. So
Yes, sir.
those 5 words, starting with profession, How many professions do we have? Not more than 20-25 professions. A candidate should list down all profession words and makes sentences in his or her own time and see whether it is befitting that profession or not.
Yes.
Similarly, the negative words, the word number 3, they are also not more than 30 to 35 negative words in the library of SSB.
Okay.
Practice, right. Fourth word is again a word which shows that you have to take some action. Confidence, bravery, gallant, all these words. Again,
Right.
see, the preparation starts when you fill up your form, especially for the short service commission or the one who are not appearing for UPSC.
Yeah.
For UPSC, the preparation starts as soon as you give your written exam.
Yes.
1 month is good enough. You don't have to practice 60 words every day. Practice only 15 words. Write it. Write it 3 times. It will come into your brain. Automatically, नींद में भी कोई बोलेगा कि भाई bravery पे कोई sentence बनाते हैं, you should be able to narrate it.
Yes,
And
sir.
don't make one sentence. Make 2-3 sentences.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So that repetition नहीं होना चाहिए सबसे बड़ी. और चेयर का एग्जांपल मैंने दे ही दिया. नॉन लिविंग जो लास्ट वर्ड है, करेक्ट. वहां वॉल लिखा हुआ है शायद. तो इंटरनेट पे वर्ड्स अवेलेबल है.
Yes, sir.
You take only say 200 words, divide them into these 5 subgroups. Practice.
Practice. All right, sir.
That is the only mantra. Practice.
Okay.
Practice करेंगे अपने आप हो जाए. I can only tell them कि okay, whether it is of which level what you have written.
Yes, sir.
But practice तो खुद ही करनी पड़ेगी. स्पून फीडिंग नहीं कर सकता ना कि यही लिखना है.
Sir, ऐसा होता है. I don't know I should objectify it or not, sir. There are places जहाँ पे बताया जाता है कि इस word पे आप यही statement लिखिए.
ना, गलत है.
That is absolutely wrong, sir. वही चीज़.
Absolutely wrong.
Yes, sir.
मैंने क्या बोला? एक वर्ड पे 3 सेंटेंस बनाओ, 4 बनाओ. You yourself will feel कि कौन सा बेटर है. अपने आप आपको भी पता चल जाएगा.
जी sir. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Sir.
But those don'ts I said. Never use should, could, must. Never, always. I, we, they, Ram, Sita, he, she. ये सब नहीं यूज करना है. बाकी तो everything is permitted.
Okay. And sir, अगर कोई word है, उस statement के अंदर उस word का use होना जरूरी है. Sir, जैसे कोई word है love. So is it necessary to include that word statement?
The briefing says if you wish to use the word which is shown to you, you can use it. If you don't want to use it, choice is absolutely yours.
Absolutely.
This is the briefing.
Yes, sir.
But preference as a psychologist, we prefer that you use that word.
Okay, sir.
Because when you don't use that particular word, what happens is जनरली बच्चे कई बार उस वर्ड का मीनिंग लिख देते हैं या उस वर्ड को टोटल उल्टा कर देते हैं. तो क्योंकि उनको तो किसी ने बताया कि नेगेटिव नहीं लिखना है. अब वो नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव के चक्कर में वो सब कुछ गलत कर देते हैं. तो जब अपन वर्ड यूज करेंगे तो द कैंडिडेट विल नेवर गो रॉन्ग.
ओके.
तो इट इज मतलब इन माय पर्सनल ओपिनियन इट इज प्रिफर्ड दैट यू यूज दैट वर्ड. बट द ब्रीफिंग सेज it is your wish.
Okay.
But preference is given to the one who is using that word.
All right, sir. Sir, coming to the SRTs, अब सर यहाँ पे रिएक्शन देखा जाता है कि सिचुएशन पे हम कैसा लिखते हैं. And I am dealing with a lot of candidates, sir. We do videos, so I get to interact, and सबका अपना अपना अलग-अलग point of view, sir. And you have a huge experience, so therefore I really want to ask this particular question from you. Sir, how to write SRTs? Because sir, there are times candidate says, short करके लिखो, comma करके आप फटाफट चीजें लिखिए. Because time is limited and you have to write 60, so time constraints are there. And there are other bunch of candidates who says that sir, write it detailed because इससे आपके decision making या आपके actions के बारे में ज़्यादा पता चलेगा. So how exactly one should write SRT, sir? And how is your preference over the candidates दोनों situation में, sir?
SRT का ऐसा है कि the situations which are given to you, they are of day-to-day routine situations.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
कभी न कभी आप उस सिचुएशन को एनकाउंटर किया ही होगा आपने।
Yes, sir.
और कोई भी सिचुएशन ऐसी नहीं होती है कि जिसका सिर्फ एक आंसर हो।
Mm-hmm.
यू विल डेफिनेटली हैव multiple means multiple reaction to that particular situation. See,
Yes.
again the briefing says there are number of situations given to you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel,
Mm-hmm.
think, and act in this situation?
Okay.
Now, feeling, thinking is separate.
Okay.
Actions are the ones which we want you to write.
Mm-hmm.
And कोई भी सिचुएशन है उसका कभी भी कोई एक एक्शन नहीं होता, हमेशा दो तीन, मिनिमम 3 एक्शन तो होंगे ही होंगे।
Okay.
Say for example, you had been told to organize a trekking or a picnic for your classmates.
Yes, sir.
50% will write he organized it successfully.
Okay, sir. Okay.
For him, time is a constraint. For him, he doesn't know how to write, so he'll just write he organized it. He said, मतलब सब कुछ हो गया, but the actual
Absolutely, sir. इससे तो कुछ पता ही नहीं चला, sir.
correct answer will be
Yeah.
ask for volunteers,
Okay.
have meeting,
Yes, sir.
decide on venue,
Mm-hmm.
decide on transport
Mm-hmm.
and items to be carried, including the food,
Yeah.
enjoy, and come back safely.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Probably 1.5 line or maximum 2 lines, maximum 2 lines.
Yes, sir.
And it has given me again about 7 to 8 OLQs.
Mm-hmm.
That is what is required.
Okay.
It is a full game of OLQs.
All right, sir. Getting it, sir.
Okay.
सर देयर आर टाइम्स कि बहुत सारी सिचुएशन जो हमें मिलती हैं वो काफी सिमिलर अलाइनमेंट में भी होती हैं। लाइक सर सेम प्रॉब्लम के लिए योर रिएक्शन टू योर फादर, योर ब्रदर, योर सिस्टर और योर मदर वेरीज। सो सर उस एसआरटी का सिग्निफिकेंस क्या?
To find out your relationship of the candidate with father, mother, and siblings.
ऑल राइट सर, ओके, ठीक है।
Like interviewing officer भी पूछता है ना, okay, tell me something about your father, mother, your siblings.
राइट।
So there also he is trying to find out how good your relations are, how or they are within the limits or better or not up to the mark.
यस सर।
Just basically to find out the relationship, means how do you react when your mother is falling sick or your father is falling sick or your brother is falling sick. So
Yes.
how do you react to these situations?
Okay.
So your reactions or your actions in that condition. Your younger brother is being bullied by his classmates. What will you do? If relations are not good, you will say ki, okay, you will just tell your brother ki, okay, since you are junior, jello it for 1 year. Once you become senior, you will also, everything will be fine. So it shows that you have got absolutely no soft corner for your brother. Otherwise नहीं तो जो बुली कर रहा है उसको जाके वार्न करो, डराओ, धमकाओ, तो फिर लगता है कि yes, you have got some affinity towards your younger brother.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Two different situations, na? Two different reactions.
Reactions, sir.
And these reactions are telling me ki how are the relationship between your family.
Yes, sir. Right. So
okay, I hope I have answered.
Yeah, absolutely, sir. I'm getting very different narratives and बहुत अलग perspective मुझे मिल पा रहे हैं, sir. And I really want कि हम futures में और videos हम लोग का साथ हो,
Sure,
sir.
definitely.
So, sir, in these ways, you know, sir, a candidate who is sitting in a remote area and he is looking for some guidance or help, they get a very big exposure through these such kind of conversations, sir. And people do practice it a lot when it comes to psych, and sometimes they overdo it, sir. So, sir, how much to practice psych?
This overdoing actually kills them.
That is the reason, sir, I really want to know that you are dealing with the candidates and you are might be facing the same difficulty because they listen anything and, sir, especially they take content, yeah, they take a dossier from the candidates who got the recommendation. And, sir, maybe the
you must have Sheetal, you must have heard of something known as guided missile and unguided missile.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
What is the difference? Unguided missile is fire and forget.
Yes, sir.
You have fired it, hitting the target or not hitting the target is not known. While in case of a guided missile, what happens?
Accuracy, sir.
Accuracy. So similarly, candidates who feel like the one who comes to us, or when we ask them, where did you practice? Sir, a lot of stuff is available and we practice there.
Yeah.
But see, what happens is till the time you are not guided on a right path, you will never achieve target or you will never hit the target.
Yes, sir.
I'm not saying to promote my business or anything. It is basically to tell them wherever, if the correct guidance you find it is being given, please take guidance and then practice. That is what is more important.
Yes.
Because in guidance, they will tell you okay, what are do's and don'ts. And once you know what are do's and don'ts, then when you practice, at least you will know ki what you are doing is correct or not.
So we have discussed approximately all the parameters of psychological test. But sir, there are candidates who are listening you who are preparing, and sir, abhi recently CDS ND ka result aaye hai. So somewhere or the other, sir, they are looking and they're going through the videos. So sir, I really want to know that, is there any message you want to convey to them, because they always look upon to the people who have been there and who have served it, who have gone through it, the process, sir. And sir, having a vast experience, I really want to know that is there any message, particularly you have been dealing with the candidates, sir. So is there any message for the candidates?
Yeah, the message is if you are motivated and if your aim is to wear stars on your shoulder, whether it is in white uniform or blue uniform or green uniform, firstly, you have to introspect yourself, whether you are fit for that job or not. If you feel that, yes, I am fit, because the first thing which comes is communication skills, whether it is in terms of writing or in terms of speaking.
Yes, sir.
So before going in for SSB, your communication skills have to be really good. Because SSB, although we say you can write in Hindi, you can talk in Hindi, or your assessment interviewing officer will also take interview in Hindi, but the preference is always towards the one who has got good vocabulary, good communication skills in English. So first thing is improve your English. And secondly, take some kind of guidance from some qualified assessor who will guide you to what is correct and what is incorrect, and then practice. Probably a month of practice is good enough. And it is SSB is not a rocket science. 15 oil cues, understanding them and how to project them in 3 different tests is recommendation. A plus mark on your chest, on your chest number. That's the thing I want to do.
So I mean, I could not find anybody better than discussing these things with you. And sir, kahin na kahin ye jo conversations hoti hai candidate ko unki journey mein help karti hai. And sir, I'm really grateful for your time and the noble work you are doing in terms of helping the candidates, sir. Thank you and kudos to your work, sir, and kudos to your team who is doing absolutely amazing work. Wish to have more glimpse of recommendations.
Definitely.
Maybe through the candidates which I might get to interview. Maybe, sir, I get to have a feedback from them. But thank you so much for your time, sir.
Okay, thank you, Sheetal. Thank you.
Thanks for watching the video, and let me know in the comment section below if you have any doubts. Follow for more such content. Jai Hind.